All right.
Alrighty. What's up, everybody? I'm Eric Casey,
I'm Andy.
and we just got through the Sony press conference. It just ended. Whew.
A little bit tired.
Yeah, it's been a long day, but
There's a long list of things
there's
that were
Sony
definitely
showed
worth
a lot,
mentioning.
which
So
yeah,
I think if we just do a quick list of the things that we
that
don't
caught our
necessarily
interest.
that we don't necessarily have an opinion on, like real quick,
Yeah.
like Final Fantasy VII's being
Yeah.
redone. I'm not a Final Fantasy fan,
Neither am I.
so we're not gonna really talk about it.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but
but it was
you're
something
right for
that's important.
Final- yeah,
I
for
we
Final
recognize
Fantasy fans,
it's important to a lot of
cool.
people, especially maybe 7 out of 8 of the people who are gonna watch this. What
One
else
of
we
you
got?
gotta be Final Fantasy fans
This is
somewhere.
like the end to Flowers for Algernon. Like this book that he's writing in, it's not even English. Dear God. Right. Let's see. What else? Oh, this is Final Fantasy World, right?
Yeah,
As a thing, not a fan of Final Fantasy.
they
but
said they were coming to PSP, I think, too.
I think it's PS
but that-
Vita. At this
PS
point.
Vita, yeah.
Yeah.
They're still supporting Vita.
It looks
a little
it looks
bit.
nice. They got the they turned the sprites that they used in the old games into 3D models, so that's I guess something.
Yep.
That ain't me though. I ain't about that life.
Yeah.
Let's see. I can't read any of this shit. Dear God. If we can raise $500, we can get Eric writing lessons. I don't mean creative writing. That's a waste of money. We all know we're not getting anywhere there. Really, what we need is calligraphy lessons.
Do you want to talk about dreams?
Dreams is more like nightmares, in my opinion. Like, I could see that going very wrong very quick. And I could see me being the one who makes it go wrong for a lot of people, personally.
Well, you're a sick fuck.
Yeah, it's fun. Basically, what it is it's a pseudo animation software where you can jump in other people's animations, like jumping through dreams. But really, it looks more like Tool music videos.
It can't. You basically like draw it out, and you can
With
make
the
it come to
controller,
life.
so that's weird because you gotta shake it about.
It's kind of like that Xbox Game Maker that you could do on there. It's kind of PlayStation's version of that.
Except you don't make a game; you make an animation.
It's basically an
add like
animation.
the visuals and the sounds and the effects and everything.
Mhm.
I can only see it turning into nightmares, and dicks,
Yeah.
and dick nightmares, the worst kind.
Shenmue 3.
That's a thing. A lot of
That's
people
a
at
thing.
the thing were excited.
We're excited for that.
He's excited for it. I don't know anything
Was
about
I
it.
excited for it?
I don't know. You
I
said
don't think
we.
it was that.
That ain't me.
I was.
So it must be you.
I haven't played the previous games, and to be quite honest with you, I wasn't really that interested in that
Neither
one
have I.
either.
I'm not like super into Sony stuff. Like
yeah.
I had a PS2, but that's about as far as I got. I've played
Mhm.
what they need to remake is Shadow of the Colossus. That one's important.
Remake it on the PS4
Yeah, remake it or make a
or
sequel.
on the PC.
No, it's gonna be PS5. Let's not lie to ourselves.
They didn't really talk about the Morpheus too much, which was a bit
They did. No,
surprising.
they talked about it enough. They're adding games for it.
Mhm.
They're adding games for it that I think are important. They're just basic
Yeah.
like regular shit games. So like the Morpheus is called.
Yeah.
Come on, keep calling it
It
Morpheus.
kinda,
The Morpheus is getting like a Wii bowling kind of deal. It's not that they're actually getting bowling, but they're getting like
the games that they had looked like tech
there's,
demos.
There was some there were tech demos, and then there was
Mhm.
there's the mech fighting game. It looked like there was a sports game and a racing game, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Valkyrie. Yeah, I wrote down the names.
Yeah.
Valkyrie, Refar, and Riggs. Riggs
Yeah.
was the racing one. Valkyrie was kind of like an airplane.
Yeah.
World War battle.
So
whatever.
it's taking the first steps, and I think if it's done right,
Mhm.
it might turn into something. Like we might actually see virtual reality become more real for video games.
Yeah.
But if it isn't done right, it could just go right in the toilet. I
probably
hope it
gonna go
goes
away.
the direction of the Nintendo Wii, where they took like the motion sensing controllers and they're like, look, you can bowl with it, and it was a ton of fun.
We have Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and
Again.
there's a female character.
There's a lady. The twin's a lady. Her
and-
name's Evie.
and
She hasn't
DLC as
talked.
well.
She grunted a couple times, so I
And
guess
killed a
she's
lot
not
of people.
mute. She's definitely good at killing, but they all are.
And she is the eldest of
She's
twins.
the eldest twin,
Mhm.
so I
Which
guess
is kind of badass.
couple minutes older.
She was kind of she looked really badass.
She
thought the gameplay was cool.
She looked generic Assassin's Creed, alright? She didn't look
I even mentioned it to him.
badass.
She actually looked a lot like, what's her name from The Order 1886.
Yeah.
I thought the character model was... I'm hesitant to say rip-off, but it was practically the same character model, which was kind of interesting.
Just all English women look the same. Let's not lie to
guess.
ourselves here. They do every single one of them look the same.
I guess.
What's next? So there is a game. Eric will remember the name eventually.
I'll remember eventually.
It's about like civilization collapsed because apparently Apocalypse is super hot right now.
Yes.
Like this room. It's very warm.
Yes, it is. So you guys
and you fight like it's Sahara robots, animal things.
Yeah,
and you're a Native American caveman lady with red hair, which I dig. I think I'm allowed to dig that. I don't think it's a fetish for me. No, it's not. It doesn't count.
But the gameplay looked a lot of fun, honestly.
No, the gameplay looks like a ton of fun. I'm a little bit upset that there's the generic slow-mo button, but that's always optional. So I think
it adds to it, and especially fighling robots like that when
you fight it with a bow. That's interesting. Yeah. At least.
And also, I noticed that the bow had like different mechanics to it. There were different explosion
arrows.
one.
Yeah, there's explosive arrows, stunning arrows, regular damage
ones
arrows.
that you can grab like the ATSTs with the chicken walkers.
There was the grappling hook crossbow thing. That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Street Fighter 5 is a thing moving right along.
That's exclusive.
It is exclusive.
And you get you guys that own the PlayStation get the exclusive beta starting July 23rd.
Yep.
Yay, betas.
There's
Sony had a lot of betas.
Yeah, a lot of exclusive betas, a lot of exclusive DLC.
What are you doing with betas? Actually lock down some content,
Yeah.
Fucking betas? Whatever. Anyway, so
I don't think they added any characters either. They just said they noted that they had Cammy, which I was under the impression was already part of the series.
Yeah.
And that other fat guy, whatever his name was, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna not correct us because no one's gonna watch it.
Right.
What's next?
Destiny.
Said it. We went over that, and you were wrong about what we were talking about.
Yeah, I know, but
Yup.
I didn't think it looked that impressive.
It really wasn't. It was mostly the same shit, but with 3 new classes. So
and
something.
The enemies look the same, just with slight different renditions, like different colors. They took away one of the boss battles from the original Destiny game and just gave them wings. I could talk forever. Destiny's ripoff. Don't get it. It's fuck Destiny.
Destiny is ripoff.
Yes.
What's next?
I guess let's go into Batman. They previewed the.
Skip over to Batman. Yeah.
They previewed the Scarecrow Nightmare missions that are exclusive on the PlayStation 4. They looked really interesting. They looked like a lot of fun.
I don't know. I don't. I'm not a big fan of Scarecrow. He's not my favorite, personally.
Didn't you play Arkham Asylum though?
I did.
What did you think of the Scarecrow parts in Arkham Asylum? Because in my opinion, I thought they were some of the best parts in the game.
I thought the parts.
If not
the parts
best.
where Batman was like in between full nightmare mode and regular, like knowing where everything is, was interesting. Like with his whole parents and everything.
Yeah.
But then they just turned the game to a shitty platformer, and that was disappointing and upsetting. Actually, that they would half-ass something like that. At least in this game. In what we saw, like it doesn't look like it's that. Yeah. It just looks like
you're fighting zombies.
Friendlies
and stuff.
turn into enemies, and I don't know. You played as a cop in the.
They showed you start off as a cop, and then when shit goes haywire,
as far as we're aware,
you actually like shoot people and stuff, which was
zombies.
Kind of shocking.
It was. I enjoyed that a little bit.
I did,
but I'm gonna remain wary though.
I was kind of shocked that I wasn't expecting that. It was kind of cool. It kind of put you in the city. You walked outside the city, walked into the bar.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
It was all right. It was all right. He's a fanboy, and we're gonna play it next week. So stay tuned
we are.
for that.
We are.
But don't stay tuned. I guess tune again, retune.
Yeah.
Always keep in tune.
We're gonna stream it together. So
remember, your strings fall out of tune when you don't tune them.
Shut up.
What's next?
Probably. I guess, my opinion, the either second biggest or the biggest news was Black Ops, the partnership with Activision. I know you're not that big of a...
I don't really care.
I didn't really care either, but I think it's a big move, though.
It looks like what
Sony.
Halo was.
Yeah, well, the gameplay and the whole thing, but I think it's shocking that Sony's teaming up with Activision.
Yeah, I guess. And its own...
They're basically becoming Microsoft. Hoorah.
I guess that's good. I don't know.
Let's just say they weren't very good when they were teamed up with Microsoft.
Yeah. No,
so.
just the Black Ops game. It looks like what Halo was, which is weird because Halo looks like what Call of Duty is.
Yeah.
Almost at this point. So it's like they're trading places. Like Halo used to be you jump too high, have silly weapons, and the bad guys are too colorful.
Now they're just throwing armor on Call of Duty. Yeah.
And now Halo is all super tactical, like iron sights forever.
Yeah, super punch it. Like,
yeah. I don't know.
The game. Yeah.
They traded places.
Like what I
Mad Hatter.
What I liked about the separation between Treyarch and Infamy Ward were the different genres, but it seems like they're just too close together now. Like, Advanced Warfare was with the the suit thing, and now Black Ops 3 is kind of bringing it back, and they're kind of like putting it on steroids.
Yeah, it's
there's no separation between. They seem like the same game, but like a sequel. They don't seem like separate games anymore. It is the same series,
so there's that. But
yeah, they're the same series. But what I'm saying is, I thought I liked how they were able to differentiate. Thank you.
Words.
From each other, and now they're just too similar for me now. And
they're pretty similar.
And
they've always seemed similar to me, but that's because I haven't cared.
And also, I mentioned in one of my previous videos, one of the Eccentric Gamer videos, that Treyarch. I read an article saying that Treyarch designed the game to kind of like they made decisions on the game design based on how people react if they're watching it on like streaming YouTube.
Yeah.
Which just watch my video.
If only our opinions counted.
Yeah. Which I think is to sum it up, basically a detriment to Call of Duty, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think
probably
that's
is. I don't
terrible.
know. You really shouldn't let the consumers decide what they want because they don't seem to know.
Yeah. Well.
They always want new things, but then they always ask for old things. Don't you just love entertainment?
Well, it's a balance, but the thing is, people ask for old things. Like in our situation with PlayStation, the backwards compatibility, they're making us pay for it instead of making it for free. Where
Microsoft for the win.
Yeah, Microsoft for the win. Shut up. No, but that's good on Microsoft. I'm happy for them for doing that. But anyway, moving on.
I might get an Xbox. I don't even know.
I didn't say you. I said Microsoft.
Know, but I'm happy for me. If I get an Xbox, I can just play all my old Xbox games. Well, Xbox 360 games. It doesn't count for Xbox One, and it starts.
We're talking
with a
about Sony,
library.
Andy.
It comes with a limited library, so I think I'd have to.
I will say I will give credit where credit's due. Microsoft has, I think, piqued the interest. Not piqued the interest. Just I think they have like the more appealing system right now. Based on their
as immediately
right
now. I don't know. Because PlayStation seems like as an electronic device seems to be better, almost because it comes with all these nice things like the PlayStation TV, whatever that was, and the music and all that. Like they got all these partnerships set up for you to just own a PlayStation on its own.
Yeah, and
not
Microsoft
even that. Like
you don't even need a PlayStation.
Better as far as the games front.
Oh yeah,
counts.
Yeah. Like Sony's been more focused on like getting the PlayStation brand into your home, where the PlayStation app. Or PlayStation Now, like they're trying to integrate it so you don't necessarily have to buy PS4 in order to get the games.
Yeah,
which is an interesting concept.
It's just not. I don't know.
I mean, it's working out for them. I think.
I don't know. I don't. Like
I think it's working out for them.
What's weird to me is it feels like PlayStation is trying to sell their boxes, which makes sense. They're trying to sell PlayStation 4.
Yeah,
but it feels more like all of a sudden Microsoft's trying to sell us games, and they want us to use their box as just the delivery mechanism. They don't.
Yeah.
They seem to care more about you playing a game than buying the box, which is nice.
Yeah.
In my opinion, but I don't know.
I agree.
The PlayStation seems to really be like, please buy our gadget. Look at all these other things.
Please buy our system, and Microsoft is like, buy our system so you can get all these great games.
Yeah, they're like, please buy our games. You can play it on our sweet system.
I completely agree that they definitely have the superior, what's it called, lineup or library.
Yeah,
right now.
Xbox library is a lot stronger. Even with Uncharted on the other side, it doesn't quite equal out yet.
Even though I will say Uncharted is better than Tomb Raider, but it's still, I mean, they still have a lot more stuff coming their way.
Whereas Uncharted's done, right?
And Uncharted's done after
the last
Uncharted
game
4,
that they announced. They didn't announce it, but it's the last game that they were talking about tonight. and then that's it. So
Uncharted looked awesome.
No, it looks really good,
that,
and
it looks
I'm
really
glad.
good.
I haven't played it, but I'm glad that they're ending it instead of keeping it alive. Like,
And they're remastering the original 3 games, which I'm excited for. I did a video on that.
You could play the original 3 games in
play
current graphics, and then play the new game in current graphics when it comes out. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah.
To get all 4 games at the same exact graphics level.
When I get the remastered edition, I gotta get you to play it.
Oh, yeah, I will. I'll come on.
Totally
I'll come on your channel and I'll do it. Then I'll come on you.
There you go. We got a future stream ahead.
Just drop that in there.
Yeah. But yeah, Uncharted looked great. I'm looking forward to it overall. The gameplay looked awesome.
The gameplay looks really good. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like a ton of fun. It is. I don't like railroading games like that, but railroaded games rather. But it does still look like fun.
You play for the story and characters.
Yeah,
it's a typical
you're
Naughty Dog
game. Is what you're playing, but I don't have a huge problem with it.
And Nathan Drake and Solid, they're the characters in Uncharted are classic. There's a reason why Uncharted.
Stop saying I don't.
Okay. Yeah.
I've never played it. I don't even know the spoilers if there are any.
Yeah,
that's
true.
the thing.
But
I cared so little.
You know that Uncharted is a big Sony game.
I know it's
I know
it's a big name.
So
that's all I got. Sorry. Not sorry at all.
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Right.
So Last Guardian
reappeared. Didn't play the original, and I'm not looking forward to the new one.
There wasn't an original.
What are you talking about?
There wasn't an original Last Guardian.
The Last Guardian?
Yeah.
With the giant bird dog?
Yeah, that... The thing is, The Last Guardian...
I care even less now.
Yeah, probably.
I thought you were saying it used to be like a PS2 game.
No, the thing is, it was being... it was being developed for the PlayStation 3, and it just disappeared. Like, they revealed it
the more you talk, the less I care about it now. I was under the impression this is like a remake or a sequel.
It's a big...
long-awaited.
It's a long-awaited because people were excited for it, but it never showed up.
But it just doesn't look...
People thought that it got canceled and stuff like that, and people were excited for it. So
it just doesn't look immensely good.
Yeah.
That's my problem. Like...
I'm
not much of a platforming guy, which is why the
same here.
Like I wasn't a big fan of the Scarecrow missions, but
same.
I guess that's just me.
I was a big fan of the Scarecrow stuff, but it's not my type of game. I'm interested in it, but I don't think I would buy it. Honestly,
yeah, I wouldn't buy it at all.
It's not one of my most anticipated games. It looked interesting. Don't get me wrong. But I'm happy for the people that were excited for it, and now that it's finally reappeared. But
yeah, it's always nice to see people like happy with their video games is all. But it's not.
I'm just happy it's not canceled.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen like an E3 reveal and it's never shown up?
I don't even know.
It's happened.
I'm sure it has. Yeah,
it's happened.
I just don't count them. What else do we get?
Star Wars.
All right, we'll skip that. Yeah, Battlefront. The new Battlefront is getting a survival mode that was premiered.
Yep.
At this conference, so that was nice.
Hero battles, survival, and just normal battles, and split screen co-op.
Yeah, there's split screen co-op, which is always a good feature. It's nice to know that they're not just ignoring us when we say that we miss it.
Yes. They showcase survival, as you said, right?
Yeah, they showcase survival. So the AI for that, if it remains in its current state, isn't great, but the graphics are. The graphics are wonderful. So
it looks amazing.
Yeah, looks too good.
And I know I complained about it before, but after seeing this footage, I'm more optimistic and more encouraged. Because that looked like something that, it didn't say pre-alpha footage, so I was more encouraged by that footage. So I'm really happy that that's what's coming.
Yeah, so, it's going to be interesting.
Going to be an interesting year or two for video games.
Video games have been really ramping it up since the last disappointment. The big disappointment that was 2014.
Oh,
it really was something.
What?
Moving on.
Yeah, just moving on. 2015.
2015, the year of video games.
Please save us, 2015.
What's next?
Yeah, I think that's everything for the most part. That pretty much covers it.
Yeah.
What did you think of Sony's press conference overall?
I don't know. It wasn't very good as a show.
Yeah, which I'm disappointed with.
Like, as a show, Ubisoft took it. Like, that's it. They had all the showmanship.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Microsoft's releases are better this year than Sony's.
I completely agree.
And
I think, yeah,
I think-
I was very underwhelmed by Sony's press conference.
I wouldn't use the word underwhelmed. It's just, it's not nice to see someone meet the bar. You always want to like exceed that. And,
Yeah,
and
where-
Ubisoft did that in its showmanship, and Microsoft did that in what it's offering.
Yes.
And PlayStation,
We have-
Sony as a
Sony
whole,
was
just
like, we
met
have all this
exactly
stuff.
what we thought was going to happen.
Yeah,
and that's
they
it.
didn't
They're like-
really have any surprises, which I was
Talk about
kinda
the Morpheus
surprised about.
that happened. Like, you know, everybody knew that was coming. Uncharted, we all knew that was coming. There weren't any good surprises, really.
There weren't any surprises, really.
Yeah.
I wasn't. The only like shocking moment that I had was South Park sequel.
At least Microsoft made a new controller. At least, you know, like that's something. I actually really like that they made a new controller, but that's not what this video is about.
Yeah.
I think that's it for Sony though. They didn't. There's nothing of note, and yet this is like a 25-minute video. I think at this point, I can barely see the camera so far.
22.
Yeah.
So, out of 10, I would give Sony about a 7.
Yeah, I would probably give them
I was-
6.5, 7.
They did good.
They did C. They get a solid C. You know,
They did
they
good.
met the expectations, but they didn't.
Exceed them. They didn't
exceed
have
them.
any surprises or
Yeah.
anything, which was disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Maybe next
they
year
need to get fucking some exclusives.
Yeah,
they need to get like
yeah.
first party
They-
exclusives.
They
man.
need to step up, or
Yes.
or
They
they're just
need,
gonna start.
They
they're
need
gonna
to.
start losing this.
They
this
need to.
battle.
Yeah. They need to stop with the TV stuff now.
I don't hate the TV stuff. If I were
I'm
living
not
in New
saying
York City,
I'm not saying because I hate it. I'm just saying they got to start focusing on
no, I mean,
first party games.
if they're gonna do the TV stuff, they have to go all out with it, and like,
Well, of
because
course.
they said they only have like
I
they have
understand that.
broadcasting. Yeah, but hold on, they're broadcasting
Mhm.
like in like New York and like DC, and they're adding LA and
Yeah, no, like I said, I
and San
get
Francisco,
that.
but,
I get
like-
that, but I feel like that's been their focus lately, and I feel like
It doesn't-
now they should
it
start
feels-
focusing on first party.
it feels like an afterthought
Um,
almost. Like I think they should give games like control of how the games go over
'Cause-
to their third party contributors like Naughty Dog, and
Yeah.
then and they
Well,
just focus
Naughty
on their
Dog's
system.
first party.
Is it first party?
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's exclusive for Sony. They
Yeah.
only make games for
So
Sony.
they give those like they give most of that control over to them, right?
Yeah, but
make-
what I'm saying is they need more. They need more Naughty Dogs. They need more like big first party games.
I'm just saying if they're
a Naughty Dog.
they seem
say.
split between being a Netflix machine and being a game machine. I think they have to pick one and go hard, otherwise they're going to sink.
I
little bit.
don't think that. I feel like
I think
they
they
have.
do.
I feel like they have too much reliance on the third parties and indies right now. They don't have enough first party games. That's the thing about Microsoft. Even though most of their stuff, some of their first development stuff are, timed exclusives. The point is that they are still getting that first,
Yeah.
which I see the benefit from timed exclusives. They're able to lock it down for a certain amount of time.
They'll promote the sale of their box.
Right,
and yada,
exactly.
Yada,
but I think Sony needs to lock down some
well, the
first party games.
The Cave Woman game was a exclusive, wasn't it?
What?
The one with the cave lady and the robots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but would you say that's a system seller? Exactly.
Nah, it seems more like the game that comes
'Cause-
with the system when you buy
Because
it, and you're like, wow,
see
this is
like
totally worth it.
because I see like Tomb Raider as a system seller.
I don't see
you
Tomb
know?
Raider as a system seller anymore.
Not
honestly.
anymore?
Not at this point.
I don't know. Because
It's like
the Square Enix Tomb Raider games are they did really
No,
well.
'cause I
even
don't
though
think
according to Square Enix,
they just
it didn't.
wouldn't ever do a full-on exclusive. I don't think they wouldn't do that because
No.
Tomb Raider as a whole
Yeah.
is a very all-encompassing kind of
Yeah.
game series. So like they don't pick favorites almost as a rule at this point.
Yeah.
You
Well, yeah,
can't-
because they'll
yeah.
make the most money that way.
No, not even. It's just you can't have so many of these games being put out for Tomb Raider that aren't exclusive, then suddenly go exclusive. That's gonna piss off
Right.
a lot of people.
Well, that's what the timed exclusive did. It pissed off the Sony people.
Yeah, but it's only
'Cause-
timed.
yeah, it's timed.
It's just
but,
like, oh, I have to wait till February.
yeah,
instead
but the
of-
thing is, people have already
November.
played it. They may have already spoiled it already. The sales may not.
if anything, it's a good thing. It's gonna force people to want to not pre-order it,
Well,
and then they'll
yeah,
take a look
that.
at the game objectively and buy it after they've
Of
reviews
course,
come
that
out.
in that way
Yeah.
it is a positive. But I think a lot. Me personally, I love the first Tomb Raider game. That is a game that I would have pre-ordered if it wasn't timed exclusive for Xbox. I would have gotten that day one. Quite honestly.
Yeah, well, I mean, you still got it though.
No, I'm not going to be getting it.
The original?
No,
Original that you
yeah,
left?
I had the original.
Yeah, you still got it.
Yeah, I still bought the original. I'm talking about the sequel.
You might get the sequel. If it comes out and it's amazing, you get the sequel. Otherwise, it's not even worth your money anyway.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is that I feel like I'm missing out. Because the Xbox players get to play it first, and apparently, according to sales, the original was more popular on the PS4 anyway. So the timed exclusive with Microsoft, it was kind of like a big fuck you to Sony.
Well,
to the Sony fan base that loved the first Tomb Raider game so much.
Here's the thing. If you play Sony games, right, you play on PlayStation, right?
Here we go. And
you want to play Tomb Raider and you don't want any spoilers, when you see Tomb Raider on the internet, look away. Don't click it.
You see my point, though, right?
Yeah, but it's not a very good one, is all. I don't want to wait a couple more months compared to the Xbox kids. Where are they going to go first? Because, Timmy, there's a line. Like, patience is a virtue. Well, I don't know what else to say about that, really.
But what I feel like, though, is that I feel like that the money that was put in, I feel like that it should have went into, like, the game development. I feel like Microsoft.
No, Microsoft gave them extra money.
Yeah,
for
I know,
game
but what I mean by
what
I feel like they bought themselves a competitive angle instead of actually contributing to the game. Obviously, the money.
How is Microsoft going to contribute to the game otherwise? It's all they can do is give them money. If they start making decisions for them, they turn into EA, and that's a monster.
No. I'm not saying making decisions of it in the whole thing. I'm just saying that I feel like that just buying it out so they can get the game first. It kind of gives them like a competitive angle, but I look at an exclusive like Bayonetta 2 where the game's existence was predicated on Nintendo putting money into the game. That's what I feel like an exclusive should be.
Well, this is only limited exclusive.
That's what Sony does with Naughty Dog. They put money into Naughty Dog to make the games.
Yeah. Microsoft
just bought out a timed exclusivity for a certain amount of time so they can get Tomb Raider on their game first.
Yeah,
you see the difference.
But the Tomb Raider producers also got that money, and they allegedly put that towards the game. So if anything, it makes the game better. I don't see what
I do understand and get that, but I just don't like time exclusives.
I just don't want to wait longer. Fuck you. All right, Red Dead Redemption. I had to wait to get that on PC, and you can go fuck yourself.
I'm sorry for that.
It's not okay, guys. It's not okay. This video's running too long, I think.
I'm actually kind of surprised that there wasn't a Red Dead 2. I thought there would be one.
Yeah, I thought that was coming. I'm actually a little bit surprised by that, but hey,
maybe
E3 next year.
Maybe it's just an announcement that happens, maybe. E3 isn't over.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe there'll just be no conference, just an announcement. Like Rockstar just like shows up. They don't even have a booth. They're just like, oh,
yeah.
By the way,
Red Dead 2.
Red Dead 2. Buy it, and then they just leave. That'd be great. I could see them doing that.
Yeah, they would do that.
Aren't they like Scottish or something?
They would do it. It's Rockstar.
Yeah, I just feel like I got the accent wrong.
They would probably have Trevor do it. I don't know. Have the guy who played Trevor cosplay and say, "Hey, Red Dead 2, you fucking buy it."
No, you'd get John Marston to do it.
That would be
zombie John Marston.
Yes, yeah.
Still better than his son. Zombie Union.
No one's gonna get that.
I'll get it.
We'll get it. We do get it.
We don't get anything.
God damn it. Well, anyway, that was Sony's press conference in a nutshell. I liked it, but I wish I had more surprises. It was.
Tell us who you think won E3 down below.
And the comment section, please do.
Like this.
What did you guys think of the press conferences of Bethesda, Sony, Microsoft, EA, everything that's done
and the ones
so
that
far?
we haven't seen yet because we do this immediately.
Right.
Yeah.
So, that's the Sony press conference. I'm Eric Casey.
I'm Andy.
Welcome to Gaming Circle. Please subscribe and all that stuff, and we will see you after Nintendo tomorrow, right?
I think Nintendo's first, yeah.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
So we will see you tomorrow after Nintendo. Adios.